Hi everyone, Confinity here, and finally, here are my top 10 favorite movies. Straight from all about the world and yeah. There's no meltdown of Sky High being at the bottom. It is perfect collection of finally you are the strongest and flying the highest will by telling the truth and finally being the closest with Layla perfecting making lemons is the best of the Commander and Jetstream, focusing on their family first and them being the Stronghold 3. Chilly. Will superpower name be ready, but the Stronghold 3, either way, if Will has his power or not. So, I'm gonna just go through, since hopefully you know all my favorites already, so I'm gonna just go through. That was so smart. How the villain actually went to school with, with the Commander and Jetstream. And it was the worst. It was going to be the Sky High, Science Award of the Century. It was going to get this award for this science project. But I sent to prison instead. So it's so cool how Will becomes friends with War and Peace, who is the son of one of the Commander's enemies, too, mortal enemies. So that's cool, too, how they become best friends and everything. Yeah, it is the high school finally bonding of the regular high school coming of age fun with one more wall to break through, superhero craziness. So it's so much fun, of course. Never better goes back in the rack. Oh, we're already staying. These LA Angels, are staying in the season. Yes, no matter what the coach has to do, Angels in the outfield. Yeah, no matter if the coach has to take both of the kids in a bus instead of in his car. Because, one of the kids, he had a bad situation with a car, so he doesn't ride in the car anymore. So it is the lightest. With how you become the lightest because you believe. Yes, that this team is going to stay on top. This player, they're all going to stay. Never better on full wind up. It's so crazy that I usually don't have the DVDs at the ready. So it is so much fun how this coach and this team and these two orphans, these two boys, how they all fully believe. Do you believe in angels? Asked the foster mother. Believe? Yeah, of course I believe in a higher power. Things happen for a reason. Yes, so it's so fun how, especially for the young boys, the main boy especially, with his dad coming in and now, oh yeah, his dad was coming in out of there. So it's especially good for them to focus on what they really should believe in. That nothing is impossible. Even something just, loving his baseball team game. But if you give it to these angels, give it to God, everything will work out in the end. So it's the most fun, of course. After the last commentators of the angel season. Don't forget their worst opponent. Should be an opponent team, that is. Next, it is never better. How Herbie got the name from old Uncle Herb. He was a boxer and his nose got beaten into that shape. They're my favorites. So, of course, Jim Douglas is enjoying the best amenities. Well, we always have parrot food. We don't even know the parrots. Staying, in the best model because he wrecked his last car, because he was literally in a demolition derby. And now with Herbie, he was able to go back into the racing that he really wanted to do, that he had been doing, but now he can continue doing the real racing. Yeah. Yes. And a meeting the beautiful, I'm about to call the actress's name. I sure was about to. It's just so important. I will have the character's name with, of course, beautiful Michelle. So, do it right now, just be Michelle. It is so awesome how she, overcomes walking to the Thorndike. And Thorndike goes like, Habasha, Shoeshine, everything he had ready. So it's so cool. Yeah, how Herbie literally stays attached to Jim. Literally. Cannot leave. So they can win. With the best number, 53. And never better help from Tennessee. And let me get you some more Irish coffee. So it's so cool how they all work together. And Thorndike had a very big surprise in the end. I'm sorry, you really should cut your nails. That's not me, sir. I have a bit of reaction in that. Yes. Amazing. That next. Oh, wow. That's cool. I really did. Enjoy how I'm back up here. We're off. And these are in order. Just like, the worst landowner having to be stopped at her history with Aunt May. And now the witch surrogate's having to be stopped. Well, the first witch was already destroyed, in part to the tornado making the house drop. So, of course, it is the timeless. There's somewhere over the rainbow. And now that you're over there, you are helping this entire land of first munchkins. And then you're helping the scarecrow get a brain. Tin Man Heart, Lion Courage. Yes, while you're helping them, you're also helping out Emerald City. You're helping everyone in this amazing place. And you are becoming stronger of a helper. You're learning. And you really learn the importance of... Yeah, because at first, she wants to go somewhere else, over the rainbow. But then, I want to go home. I want to go home. Yes, so it realizes the importance, of adventure, helping others, but there's no place like home, bada bing. So, of course, it's D-Times Classic. And it is so clever, like in the original Frank L. Baum stories. How there's all these surrogates. The wizard wasn't really a wizard, but you can use this power for good. You can be smart. You can do all these things. You're not lacking. You just got to apply yourself. So it's amazingly timeless, of course. Next, in this time frame, is all my favorites. I will not put myself to a time. First, we are protecting, oh goodness, straight from the back seat, our kids, all of our families. Yes. It is Nathan becoming one of the officers, and Adam, not being so hard on Dylan, and enjoy all the time that he has with Emily. Yes, it is. Yes. So, finally, it is the right number. I'm not calling the chief again. It's not the chief who answered. Yes. I was inappropriate. It's rude. Yes, can I do that? I didn't know it's you. So, these fathers, yes, they are all fathers, all four of them, are learning not only what it takes to be strong officers and, this worst crime that happens within the officer ranks, but they also are becoming stronger fathers. Yes, this is one thing to protect the streets, but protect your own family, protect your own home. Yes, guide your children to Christ. Yes, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Also, Joshua, have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Exactly. So it is the strength of accepting the call. I will. If you've seen it, literally, I will. Yes. And I will be even more fireproof. Not bad analogy, too, of this firefighter. Literally, yes, moving this car away from a movie train, taking this family out the house and everything, but in his own house with his beautiful doctor wife, they are completely split on him getting a boat. And what are you doing? You know? So how they need to put out the fire of their marriage. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they need to get over the fight so they can have the real spark of their marriage back. You know? So it's all about Caleb. You know, doing this love dare. It's literally called love dare. That was given to him. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it. It's so powerful. But through this love dare, he is at first, you know, trying to save his marriage himself, but then he realizes that he's in a similar situation as Jesus. He goes, how do I continue to show love to someone, you know, who constantly refused me? Well, you need to give love to Jesus first. So he accepts Christ. He accepts Jesus into his life. And he's able to be the strong man that both him and Catherine need for him to be. And right there in the firehouse, this one and only Wayne, he needs to become more humble, so he can have true love, true safety. Yeah, so it's just so powerful. Yes, this is perfect for every reason. So I barely seem scattered. But hey, let's get together. Combine. You literally combine. Oh, even more double. They're already twins. And they're different. Oh yeah, but these are more similar than them being from, you know, two different. Well, in here they're both from America. You know, one is from Boston, and the other is from California still. But here's all the way jolly old England and California again. Yes, so it's such a clever idea based on an older novel, older story. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, out of nowhere, you know, it seems like nowhere to us, but everything happens for a reason. You know, these two complete strangers who don't look like strangers, they look just like each other, get to know each other at summer camp. So much fun in both versions. Yes, how they finally realize that, wow, this is meant to be, that they can get their parents together by making this parent trap, them swapping for the parent trap to be started. So it's so interesting. Yeah, that after, you know, they get to know each other, everything, like, this is what they come up with, the switch, find out what the parents are like, and they got switching back. And it is very telling, you know, of, you know, when you think it's just you and your kid, just you and your surroundings, but, you know, once the parents and the girls realize what's going on with, you know, the dad getting a new wife and everything, because I'm talking about both versions, it's really cool how this trap really was a treasure. That's so cool. The phrase like that. Yeah, because not only were you get the parents together, but we're gonna get this other Vicky. The original was, her name was Vicky. Yeah, get the words in the remake. Unbelievable Elaine, or well, she's played by Elaine. That's right. Still the worst. So it's good. They stay together. Yes, let's get together. So it's so fun. It is heartwarming and touching. Once, you know, the real emotions of, no, you gotta do this, Dad. You gotta do this, Dad. You know, Mom, Dad, you gotta do these things so that they can get reunited. When they're reunited, it's just sparks fly again, of course. And very recognize who do you love. Next is a walk to remember. It's unbelievable. At first, oh, the worst. Call you Shane now, but I know the name is coming. I'm going to have his name again. Because of this worst dare he tried to give to an actual, you know, he was trying to give an initiation to this teenager who wanted to be part of his group, man. But the teenager they're all teenagers, you know what I mean? The young man got in an accident. So Shane has to do community service. 'Cause he is, you know, already known troublemaker, come here, in school. So he has to do community service while him and his mom goes to this church. And Jamie Sullivan, her father doesn't also draw. Her father is the pastor there, and she sings in the choir. And it was perfect. Let the light from the lighthouse, let it shine on me. You have no idea how it's going to be shining on all of you. Out of all the events that take place. And I know his name, his character's name, but I'm gonna still just say Shane for now. It's here. Haha. So it's literally Shane having to do his community service. First helping out with the science class, and then having to work with the school play, be in the school play. Jamie's also in the play, so at first it's very slow. First sitting next to him on the bus, and if I told you, I have to kill you, the thing she has on her bucket list, because we don't know at first, but she is actually suffering from an illness. So do everything that they can together. It becomes a walk to remember. And they do fall in love. You guys see it. It's really is, tried and true, complete opposites, especially high school. Staying with my thing. Opposites realize you got so much in common. It's very powerful, of course. And yes, after what happens, why it becomes a real walk to remember for Shane, because you really have to cherish the time that they had together. It was like too much. I think that's right on the verge. Big Mama's house. And Big Mama's house too. Next favorites. Yes. So awesome that Malcolm puts more of his most surprising Master of the Sky skills to the test by having to become Hadamapius and really get to know Sherry. It's not just from her beautiful, bank picture, because she worked in a bank, and former lover is literally taking out the security camera, unknowingly staring right at Malcolm, taking over this mission. Literally, with his number one partner, he is Paul. Let's just call him Paul. We got his character's name. So they have to go down. It is the best small town in Georgia, where Sherry is first, even more being anticipated because Malcolm and Paul are first going through her grandmother's house, Hadamapius, while she is out for a little while. But actually find out she's out for quite a while because a friend of hers in the hospital. She had to go check on him, So Malcolm's there to answer, as Hattie, when Sherry calls. Convincingly enough. So Malcolm's the one who found out that Sherry needs a place to stay, her and her son Trent. So, what are you doing? She's not here. Big Mama will be here. So he becomes Big Mama. And throughout all of the actual police investigation and senior self-defense class and literally midwife performing craziness, you literally see the change of this dedicated agent to becoming a strong man who can take care of Sherry and Trent, and who understands true value of things. And there is God. Yes, he washed my sins away. Need to put God first and putting this new family first. So it's too much fun how slowly but surely, not only does Malcolm get out and, becomes the man supposed to be, but Sherry learns from this terrible mistake that she made of being with the Terrence bandit. Y'all just use actors' names, but I don't remember. Yes, that terrible mistake she made in the past. But he got Trent, but is able to learn from the mistakes made and have this new life. Her, Trent, and Malcolm, everything. So it's fun forever. And then Big Mama's house, too. Even more of brand new parenthood. Because Malcolm and Sherry now have a baby on the way. While Trent is not too embarrassed from the Save the Eagle caught on fire. This PSA Malcolm has to do as a federal agent. And Master of the Skies in a costume. So now he gets a mission to, he knows Big Mom would be good for this mission. So he uses Big Mom, at least he shouldn't. He becomes Big Mom again to become the nanny for the family of a high-ranking officer who is in the midst of the worst secret computer chip, disk, even more. Get all of this groundbreaking out of Big Mama's about to smother the criminals that this official officer will get his name cleared from. Since this officer needs to stay clean, of staying away from the worst possible hardware hackers. You stay away from them. So, Big Mom is the biggest surprise for this family, and the mom interviews her. Definitely her. So funny. It's definitely him who's staying at attention on the stool. So he first meets the about to speak youngest surprise. Their son is already getting off the counter to the top of the shelf. Yes, the cheerleader who has even more coordination, Mom. I'm going to have the final cheer down. And of course, the oldest what? You knock on the last trespass poster of the teenager, the most rebellious. Of course she is. What now? All the possible manners from the FBI and from down home, Georgia. Yes. So in the midst, Cherry is never better friends with one of the tightest possible FBI co-workers. Yeah, so she gets tidbits of what's going on. Not my big mom again. Yes, while Malcolm, Big Mama, finally gets to be scheduled. Because he needs to be disciplined. Because when it was just at Big Mama's house, it was just, you pitch in, make some breakfast a little bit. Everyone would come over. But now that he is literally a nanny, it's not just coming over to Big Mama's house. That's kind of funny. I used to go to my grandmother, my Big Mom. We literally called her Big Mom. I have so many trips down there. But, no. Here is the trust rebuilt. I'm not giving this child the entire Captain Crunch, but now giving him the best breakfast. Dog is manicured and is actually staying trained. You're doing a great job now. Spa day. So after Big Mama. And he finally became Big Mom after he got her approval. Get your man. He gave him mom in the heart, technically. So he finally connects with the officer and finally gets, the chip taken care of. Good thing he's in all this padding. He has to block. And finally, Sherry Trent and their new baby get an even stronger father of how he, takes full responsibility for taking a family. Amazing that it is Deliver Us, the Prince of Egypt. It was not long ago the final revelation of who Moses truly is. One of literally God's chosen people. And from that burning bush, he finally knows I am that I am. While he's trying to tell God that this is impossible. Am I not the one who sent down the raging flood? God tells him, am I not the one who he literally made everything, just let God be God. He is, I am that I am. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. He literally does everything. So how Moses finally has to confront everything that he's known. He's not foreign to Egypt. He's literally been raised under the Pharaoh's deception, not knowing where he really came from. Yeah, his brother, his sister especially, trying to get him back and everything. So it's just the most powerful. With the final, literally, it's a staff separate, instead of line drawing the sand, staff separating the Red Sea, of him finally knowing why there's always been this feud, this feud and everything. Now he had to make the feud the most personal, literally being one of the Hebrews. Last, facing the giants. You literally have to keep going, Grant Taylor. This car will continue to be a running model. The number one team has this brand new kicker, David. Why am I so small? So God can show how mighty he is through you. Literally, keeping all of the brand new appreciation of faith. If we win, we praise him. If we lose, we praise him. Because Brock, no more serious humor. Finally, keep going, even if you can't see. You've got his full weight is 160. The end zone. Literally, faith is the answer. Continue to grow in your faith. Never back down. Never give up. Never lose faith. Continue to grow in your faith. And thank God for all of these revelations. He continues to show you. Now, Grant is a father. Him and his wife had the baby. If you've seen it forever, of course. So it's so good. Ta-da! It was Prince of Egypt facing the Giants. And you see how I keep everything scheduled out. So keep all the faith and enjoy all of my favorite movies. Most inspirational. Like, wow, you really see how it's been the longest need to be, in awe of the inspiration and all of the faith that has to be the movies. Because even if it is something that could be fairly ridiculous, Sky High, Ron Wilson, bus driver, door opens, sorry. If it's kind of ridiculous, like making lemons and stuff, but you see the true lessons and the true life-changing reasons why these are my favorite, family-friendly, and faith, revealing, faith-growing films. So please check them out. If you haven't, please like, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you know when all new videos come out. And these videos will Harris-Kenfinity.